mSwing does replicate some movement patterns that you'd use for kettlebell. The main difference is the load, so a lightweight, so I've got 2 kilos, but also it's the distribution of the load. So a kettlebell has like a bowling ball sort of mass with a handle on it. So that changes a lot of movement patterns. The difference is that with mSwing, the load is evenly distributed. So the movement pattern doesn't need to be as technical, but it's a great way to start to teach people how to use a good hinge pattern and how to move load with momentum safely, right? So holding onto the dumbbell on the sides for this one. I'm going to take my feet out wide. So when I say wide, it's out wide here. And I'm going to rock onto my heels. Now, this is actually quite easy. It's just a weight distribution. And with a lot of swing patterns, we're creating like a pendular arc, either across the body or up and down. We're going to do exactly the same thing, not just with the arms, but also with our backside. So your hips are going to go up and down, up and down. Can you see how I'm doing like a smile with my hips? Aha, there we go. There's the smile. And then what we do here is we hang on to the dumbbell, and it's important to keep the elbows out, and you're going to swing the dumbbell between the legs. So it actually doesn't require a lot of effort. So as I swing the dumbbell between my legs, I'm allowing the the toes to lift off the floor, but as I come back to standing, my feet are flat to the floor. And then with the dumbbell, I'm allowing the arms just to arc forwards, swing between the legs without the body dropping too far forwards. Now, check out the elbows, they're out to the side. So a common error are these following things to look for. Elbows in, so it becomes a bicep curl, right? It loses the swing, yeah? So we want to make sure the elbows sit out to the side. The second thing that sometimes people do is they tip too far over, yep? And then you can almost lose your balance, but you're not rocking on your heels. And it's just a little bit too much effort, right? So keep the head lifted, so that they can keep watching you the entire time. And another common error is that you've asked them to rock back onto their heels, and then sometimes they feel that they've got to rock back onto their toes. So they get this rock, whoo, and then they feel really unbalanced. So if someone says that they feel like they're losing their balance all the time, watch what they're doing with their feet. So there's a few things that we can add to this. So we can do the swing between the legs and then add a little squat. Now that little squatting or bouncing action actually helps with returning the energy back into the arms to take that weight load forwards. And it feels really good to do. What's really cool about this exercise is that it actually is a high energy move. So it doesn't feel like it, but your heart rate goes up and your body starts to get really warm. So it's here, and there's the tiniest little knee bounce as the weight comes towards the chest. We can also add a press up, so pushing up, down. So there's a real rhythm to this, and that's what you want to keep. You want to keep the rhythm going, and it's just repetitive, and it feels really good. There's a flow to it. So as I take the weight up and come down, there's that little catch with the legs, and bending each time.